And if you don't want your face on, I'll just put it down here.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you can hear me.
Yeah.
I don't have a loud voice, so. Oh, okay.
Just you can do it in a way that doesn't make you comfortable. So everybody, this is my friend Cindi. We met a couple days ago, and I liked her because I walked past, and the same way that I wanted to travel in RV, she's found a real creative way to do it, kind of similar to what I have. Can I tell them this? Is my bicycle and my little camper set up in the back, and then she has the same exact camping chair that I have. She's also was in the technology industry, so she knows how to code and neat things like that. And I showed her my website. She's going to take a look at it, and she said it was okay. But I just wanted her to share some things. She has a lot of things in common with me as far as the way that she thinks. And we were talking about giving and making sure. She was talking about giving and how the gift of giving is kind of lessened if you expect something out of it. But I'll let her tell it because she said it a lot better. And we're just gonna chat and we're gonna pretend like y'all aren't here.
Okay. But what I was saying is, up in North Carolina, there was this one day. I'm still sleeping in my car, and I used to go up to the gas station to get hot water to make ramen noodles or instant grits or oatmeal, and I walked up there this one day, and this girl came up crying to me. She said that she had left her wallet at home and didn't have enough gas to go back home to get it, and I just felt so bad for her. And then I started feeling bad for me, but I reached into my pocket and I pulled out everything I had in it, and it was only 2 pennies.
Oh, no.
And I said, I'm sorry. I said, it's all I've got, but you're welcome to have it. I said, it's not going to even buy a gallon, not even a drop of gas,
No.
especially today's prices. But she was grateful for it and gave me a hug and felt good about asking other people. But when other people saw me do that, they were helping her.
Mm-hmm.
And then later that day, this guy shows up, and he kind of looked like that nutty professor in Back to the Future with the hair
Clump.
And he shows up and offers me a ride to where I was going. I was going to the library, and he goes, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, I had no clue what he was talking about. I said, "Why did I do what?" He says, "You gave somebody your last 2 pennies?" I said, "Well, she really needed the help. That's all I had." And that's, that was nice, the best thing to do. And he said, "But don't you need that money?" I said, "1, it's only 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "But 2, I'm not worried about it because I know it'll come back to me. It will." And that's the law of everything. No matter what belief you believe, if you're in the occult, you believe in karma, and karma says whatever you do, it's going to come back to you. You do good, good comes back to you. You do bad, bad comes back to you. You believe in the Bible, it says you will reap what you sow. So if you sow goodness, you will reap goodness. If you sow badness, well, you should read what the Bible says if you do that. It is, if you return evil for good, then evil will be on your house forever. Meaning, don't do bad stuff. Just do good stuff. And do things not for you, but do it for them because they needed the help. And, a lot of people don't understand, well, I helped somebody, why didn't I get a reward? Well, the question is, why did you help them? Did you help them because they needed the help, or did you help them for yourself? To fulfill your need. If you're doing it to make yourself seem more important, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're supposed to be helping people because they need the help. And you're supposed to do it without any expectations on them. You don't open the door for the little old lady so that she puts $1 in your hand. Mm-hmm. You open the door for her because she needs the help to open the door. Well, not these days, you got all the electric doors, but it's the same thought process. You do things to help people because they need the help, not you. And I think we were talking about, the guy driving down the road with videotaping the car accident. Yeah, you're going to get that thumbs up, dude. but you don't care about the person in that car, their well-being, their health. You never bothered to call 911. You can always put the video on hold, or you can keep videoing while you call 911. You can do it at the same time. But you don't. You go for that thumbs up. It's a very selfish thing. The more selfish you are, the more the universe holds back from you. Well, you don't get things, and actually, I don't remember the scripture in the Bible, but it says if you don't get what you ask for, it's because you're asking for the wrong reasons. You're doing it to be selfish. If I was, hey God, I need that bike rack. It would make my life a lot easier, but it's a selfish reason. It's a selfish thing.
That's not. How is that selfish?
It's for me. It's not to help somebody.
That part I don't understand. Well, maybe because
selfish means you do things to help yourself. Is it wrong to do things to help improve your life? No, it's not. However, the ultimate goal is to improve your life so that you can help somebody else.
That I'm in alignment with, and that's where I am in my life. I really want to do better because I want to help other people. I want that to be what I do all day, every day.
Yeah.
That's the thing that keeps me going to want to improve me, because I can't help anybody if I don't have the basics for me.
Right.
And that's what keeps me going. And I'm consistently looking for good people. Anywhere I can find them. Whenever I walk outside, whoever I run into, see whether they're driving by, whether they're sitting outside, whether it's to a church. And you know how they do the community outreach where the church is supposed to reach out to the community? They don't really. You know what I'm saying? And unless it's like, something that's with the funding or something. So it's like, I'm outreaching to the church that, hey, we need you out here. You have all these resources. We need them. And not only when it's just, we're going to give to the homeless or we're going to do this, but you're in this community, and this community should be a lot better off because you're in it. It shouldn't be just, the community is not allowed here unless we're out there handing out handouts.
Yeah, well, I have a love-hate relationship with charities. I love them because they do help people.
They do.
However, and there is a however to it. Well, you got to fill out the paperwork. I did one time go to a food pantry because I was hungry, and I didn't know about food pantries before, and this is after I learned about food pantries. I was hungry, so I decided to go to a food pantry. I happened to be walking by it that day, and they were open for their food pantry. And the first question out of her mouth is, "Are you a resident of this community?" Well, no, ma'am, I'm not. I just happen to be passing through. Well, you're supposed to be a resident of the community in order to get help from here. Well, how can you prove somebody's a resident of the community when they don't have IDs? They don't have any way to prove who they are. And you're only doing it. That tells me they're only doing it in order to get a tax deduction on their taxes.
Tax deduction and funding so they can pay the overhead of the staff and everything that's there.
So on the one hand, I really don't like charities because they follow this little rule book. They help, but you give a $100 donation. I bet nobody ever asked that charity to supply their income statement. You can see exactly where the money goes to. How much money is spent on resources for the people. How much money is spent on resources to keep that place up and running. I also don't agree with the fact that, well, you walked here today. It took you a little over an hour, which tells me if you walk as fast as I do, I walk about 3 miles an hour. So it's at least 3 miles in this heat. You're asking somebody to walk 3 miles in this heat, they could get sick from heat exhaustion, pass out on the side of the road, or worse yet, in traffic, just so that they can come to you to get help.
Mm-hmm.
The resources are not where they need to be to help that person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's why I like the people. I don't, they do it for a variety of reasons, but there's people that drive around, they keep little lunches in their car.
Yes.
And cold water in their car.
Yes.
And if they see somebody in need, they stop and they give it to them. And they don't ask questions.
Yes.
They don't ask for any IDs, and they're just
absolutely.
Those people. I would love to support them and help them, because they're out there using their gas and their time to go find the people that need to help.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't go through the bureaucracy and the red tape, and but charities, they do help people. They open their door to feed them. So if you can get there, you can go get the food. But it's why thrift stores. I go to the smaller thrift stores. Mm-hmm. One, because the shirt was only $1. These pants were only $1.
You can get. You already know.
What?
A repeat boutique, if you're indigent or homeless, or just having some struggles, they will allow you to get up to $10 worth of clothing in them. That's how I got it.
Yeah.
When I needed the other day.
Well, my friend that I know here in town, he took me to Adam's Attic.
Yeah, that's right around the corner from about where I walk from.
Yeah, and their sale for the day was you can get 15 items for $15, or $1 per item, basically, which is good.
Yeah,
it's a very good deal. Those places are the places I don't mind helping, because they're not there to fund their organization.
Yeah. They just recently got new owners over the past year, and these owners are okay too. When I was having an issue with my place, I gave them they happen to be going through the same thing, the new owner's kids, and they got into a situation where they basically lost everything. So I guess it was a blessing, because I had an AC and I had it used for a couple of suitcases. So we kind of, that's not what they normally do, but that's what we did. And, they really appreciated that, and I appreciated it at the time. That exchange.
Well, I've always tried to help people when I think they need help. I really don't like when homeless people ask me for money. 9 times out of 10, they don't need my money. I have seen them make a lot. I met one guy, he said every time he panhandles, he makes at least $600.
Wow.
And $600 for 4 hours of work. That's more money than I made when I worked in a corporate office. Yeah. You don't need my money. You don't need my money. I give my money to people that are struggling, that need the help. And, oh, you want it for food? Well, I can give you food. I've got food. I can let you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I got a couple cans of ravioli.
Oh, I need to find you then when I'm hungry. I'm going to say, Cindi, when you're back in town, Cindi, I'm hungry. What do you got? I'm coming to see you. And we're going to have a little picnic.
Well, I do that right now. Well, right now I'm doing it because my cash flow is so low, and I can't afford to keep eating at restaurants. I can't. It takes too much money. This morning, well, I shouldn't say this on here, but I got a senior discount this morning. So for $4 and change, I got a Grits Bowl and a cup of coffee from Hog and Bones.
From where?
Hog and Bones.
Oh, Hog and Bones. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're what I joke around. I was told this one homeless guy, I call them goody two-shoe Christians. And what I mean by that, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. They do the best they can to be nice people. That's all it is. And they're the ones, they close their doors, like Chick-fil-A on Sunday, they're closed.
Oh, I didn't know that about them. Wow, okay.
What, Chick-fil-A?
No, the Hog and Bones closed on
yeah.
Sundays.
This whole corner over here is closed on Sunday, except for McDonald's and Zaxby's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A closes. Hobby Lobby closes, and Hog and Bones closes. So you have to wait for Panera Bread or McDonald's to open, or Zaxby's to open to get. Zaxby doesn't do breakfast. And that guy gave me those gift cards. I'm grateful for the gift cards because it'll keep me fed as long as I go to Panera Bread.
Can I tell them the story about the gift cards?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me tell you guys what happened. The way that we met, I was walking back from Chick-fil-A. I'm going to put the camera on me. I was walking back from Chick-fil-A, and can I show you? Is it okay to show you or no?
As long as, yeah, I guess.
Okay, this is my friend Cindi, my beautiful, beautiful friend Cindi with the pretty, pretty blue eyes. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They are beautiful. But I was walking back from, and I smell, but we're going to sit close to her anyways. Walking back from, and your bike is in the thing. Is that okay?
Oh,
okay. So I was walking back from Chick-fil-A trying to get my shoes for that slip-resistant shoes for a job, and Repeat Boutique gave them to me for free. So I'm gonna tell you guys, but if you guys need shoes or clothing for work or anything like that, you're indigent, if you go to Repeat Boutique on Norman Drive in Valdosta, Georgia, you can get up to $10 as a charity. Talk to them, worth of items, and they won't charge you for it. But anyways, and I also had a gift card from Woodlawn Church. I went to the Bible study. Now, not the whole church was nice enough to do this. The guy that was running the Bible study was giving all of the ladies that attended his session a gift card. So I had a $10 gift card. So I got the free clothing. I went to Chick-fil-A, and I was walking through here, and lo and behold, can I show them your bike?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay. So I was walking up here, and when I walked up, I saw my friend Cindi, and I saw her like this. Now, she has the bike and the camper. Hers look a lot better than mine. I have this exact same setup and with the camping chair. And so, of course, you know, I was nosy. And I came to speak to her, and she was so sweet. We talked for like hours. And, okay, so I'll tell you what happened. So somehow I told her that I was homeless, and I said, I camp and stuff like that. But she was telling me all her exciting story, and I was telling her that the only reason I had this, because she was like, some guy gave her something, and I was like, well, the only reason I have this is because the church gave it to me off of a gift card. And then she said some guy gave her something, and I said, what did he give you, $100? I was joking. Oh, should I tell this? I shouldn't tell this because well, somebody tried to. So anyhow, and actually I'm here. She was trying to give me a gift card. But anyways, so I was joking, and I said to her, what did they give you, $100? Lo and behold, it was true. She opened up her gift cards. He had bought her $100 worth of gift cards. And I was joking, shut up. And then she was trying to feed the homeless. She was trying to feed me. She was trying to give me one. And I was like, no, I can't do that because, what if eventually, you're blessed right now, but what if eventually you need it? And then I said, well, look, and the story is so phenomenal. I wanted to record it yesterday, but I didn't want to be rude. But it's just too much to even tell. So, I said, well, we talked and everything. And I said, she said that she travels. So, like I said about the RV SUV, she does the RV bike. And I thought about doing that too. And actually, that's what she's going to do. She's leaving tomorrow. Is that too much information?
No.
Okay, she's RV biking, and you wouldn't believe where she travels to. Columbus, Georgia. She's been through Florida, the camping grounds of Florida. She knows how to live good, frugally, and in nature, and that's how I want to be. So this is like our goodbye chat, like our in-person goodbye chat. I'm sure we'll keep in contact by phone and text, but amazing. The things she knows how to do. Like I was talking about, how I set up, what I have in my camper, and then she was saying how she actually had deluxe. Can I tell them about the plants and this?
Yeah, can you put it on pause for a second?
Yeah.
You were talking about, what were you talking about?
Oh, I was just talking about the amazing, how I guessed, I was joking and saying that she had, my phone is going to die. Look at this. What is going on? What is that? Maybe it's the sunlight. But I was joking about how, I thought that, that the guy gave her $100, and he did, but it was in gift certificates, and how she was trying to give me $25 of her $100 Panera. And then unfortunately, as I was talking to her just now off camera, or maybe it was on camera, I don't remember, but she gave $25 away to somebody else.
Yes, I did. Yeah, he was, I was actually sitting over near the Hobby Lobby, and oh, he looked horrible. He was just a big ball of sweat, and he was lost. He had just gotten into town, and somebody sent him the long way around, about an extra half a mile.
Was he trying to go to charity thrift shop?
No, he was actually trying to go just to the phone store.
Okay.
So I felt really bad for him, and I didn't have any money, and all I had were the gift cards, so I gave him one of the Panera gift cards. I said, it's right over there, go get yourself something cold to drink and cool off.
That's awesome.
And then you can go past the light, and the store you're looking for is right on the other side. He says, you mean, and then when you're heading back, take that road back. He says, you mean I could have come up this road? I said, yeah. He said, he told me to go all the way around that way. I said,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I'm telling you, you can save yourself a little bit of mileage just going down this road. Yeah.
And see, that goes into what I was saying about, God's people help God's people, or I don't know if you believe in God, but, good people help good people,
Yeah.
Some people look at, okay, I need to find somebody that has money to help me or whatever, but people that are genuinely good, whether you're rich and driving a Mercedes or whatever the hot car is, or whether you don't have anything, if you're a good person and you see somebody in need and you have it, you're going to give it,
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important. We have to, care about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's so important about that story of the Good Samaritan. People that the guy knew were too, into themselves to help him out. It took somebody he didn't know to help him out, and that's what we should do. You get something back from it when you do that. You get a good feeling inside, and you start attracting different type of people to you. You start attracting people that have that goodness in them. When you surround yourself with that goodness, and goodness comes, goodness keeps coming, and then you keep giving, and it keeps coming. And you keep giving, and you keep. I had it back in 2016, I think, 15 or 16. I was up in Waycross, over in Waycross, Georgia. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm in Georgia. I was over in Waycross, Georgia. I was just passing through town. All I needed to do is go through Waycross to get onto A1A and head south. Or I guess up there it was US 1, and then go south. And this little kitten comes out of the bushes and clawed right up my leg. I named her Trouble because she just attached herself to me. I was like, well, I didn't have a trailer at the time. So I was trying to figure out how to make a trailer and how much money would I need to make a trailer. And people started donating stuff to me, like cat food and blankets. And this one guy comes up to me, and he hands me a $100 bill.
Oh, wow.
And, this is the very first time anybody's ever done that. I looked at it and I said, sir, I can't take that. He said, just take it. I'm like, okay. I'll just take it then. And I thought, well, instead of making a trailer with this, I'm just going to go buy one. And I went and bought one of those little gorilla cart things. And it worked really well with the bike. But somebody told me he got stern with me because by rejecting that $100 bill from him, in his mind, he would not receive a blessing from God.
Somebody told me something like that too. My car, I was in Home Depot. My car was really old, and it something happened, it wouldn't start, right? And so there were people that were offering to help just out of kindness, And so this guy, he was at work because he's in a uniform work truck and had his employee with him. And, he went and he did something with my car and it worked. And so then I only had $2, so I gave him $2. and he didn't really want it, but I made him take it. And when I talked to the lady in Home Depot, she says, what you did was you stole his blessing. You know, he didn't want that from you. He wanted just to do something for someone. So sometimes you have to not be so quick to try to repay somebody for something they do. Let them, if they wanted to do it, let them do it, and let them be blessed.
Yes.
You know, let them be blessed by it. You know, sometimes that's the biggest blessing, to have something to be able to do for someone else. Or maybe, you know, he wanted to bless somebody he didn't have time to before, and he felt bad about it, so now he had an opportunity. Don't steal it from him. Let them do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that was a lesson I had to learn.
That's what I was saying earlier about, you know, don't do things just to get that dollar bill. Do things because the person needs the help.
Yep.
And so that I let my ego go, and I started accepting, you know, money from people without question. And not that everybody had.
I'm bringing the gnats over to you.
Well, I was trying to get them.
You see, and this is what she's doing. She's not really hot, but she sees that I'm melting over here, and the gnats are attacking me.
It's the gnats.
She went and got her fan that she has to charge. And she's sitting here like I'm on, I don't know if you've seen the movie Coming to America, where the guy, I think I just swallowed a gnat, where a guy had all the people around him fanning. She's sitting here with the fan, holding the fan on me like I'm the queen of Sheba. And she doesn't think I caught on that that's what she's doing, but that's what she's doing. She's not even holding the fan on herself. She's just holding the fan on me.
Well, it's the gnats.
My goodness.
They're driving me nuts. Well,
Yeah, it's driving.
They like me too.
No, they don't.
Yes,
I don't
they
know,
do.
but they're all over me. It's
And
like,
it's worse when they go up your nose.
yeah, or you inhale and you swallow a gnat. That's like, and then I shouldn't tell this story, but every time I think of like a conglomerate of gnats, I think about it. One time me